Let's take a breath together, just one deep breath. Okay, nice. Hi. Let's talk about food. Who here eats food? Okay. Some advanced AIs over there, but we eat food, and we know that the food system is broken. We need stronger roots for a better food system. We need roots that capture carbon, soils that are healthy, regenerative agriculture that allows us to source food without chemicals, without pesticides, and really nourish ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our souls. We need to change the way we connect with food. At Raiz, we are building a decentralized and climate-resilient food system. We know that our current ways to grow food are not going to cut it when things go south. So we need to do it in a climate-resilient way, in a decentralized fashion, so we allow communities worldwide to have that food security that we will always need. Our aim is to bring nature back into the cities. We all want to see more green, more healthy environments, cleaner oxygen. So why don't we bring nature back into the cities where people actually live? We know that over 70% of people worldwide live in cities, and that's only increasing. Let's regenerate our land and bring nature back into the city. Now, one of our main purposes is to reconnect people with what they eat. So what a better way to reconnect with what we eat if we grow it ourselves, right? This is one of our modules, one of the first material 3D printed farms in which we're aiming to take this to the people, either offices, co-working spaces, or even residential, to be able to reconnect with what you eat, grow what you eat, and really reconnect with that which is feeding you. Now, I'm going to give a vision of regeneration linked to what we're building and creating, touching regenerative urbanism, regenerative agriculture, and regenerative finance, or ReFi. These come together, and let's see about ReFi. So ReFi is regenerative finance. Basically, how do we leverage technology, and in this case, blockchain technology, to channel funds and coordinate, create incentive mechanisms to address serious climate and social issues? How do we redesign money to assign value to what matters most? So we're using ReFi for liquidity, meaning that we can finance the farms in a more efficient manner and a decentralized manner, lowering the barriers of entry and that high capex from traditional vertical farms. We're using ReFi for traceability. So we know that vertical farms can have a positive impact, such as saving water, land, energy, and carbon. How do we actually create value out of it? So if we're able to create a digital asset that's traceable and really verifiable, then that actually can create value for other farms. And then scalability. So if we have a network of people like us and other people worldwide that want to finance these farms and become part of this ecosystem, then we can accelerate the deployment of more farms and reach places that actually need it. So here a bit of our vision, a global network of food growing hubs. How would you like to see a vertical farm right around the corner to be able to get your crops in a fresh manner that you know that have been grown in a sustainable and conscious way? Why don't we take this to places that are actually starving, that don't have access to water or electricity? How do we create these positive networks of conscious energy, also food, water, energy nexus? That's what we're building. Now, in terms of regenerative urbanism, this is our concept farm in Lisbon, and what we do here is, as you can see, a hybrid model between natural light, LEDs, we have our own solar panels there, and it's a strong community element. So we don't want huge vertical farms outside the city that no one can access, but we want places that really interact with people, that you can go, you can visit, you can learn, you can take your kids, and actually make that difference in terms of consciousness and people education about how to grow new food production and also in a climate resilient manner. Now, this is what I was talking before, this module that can be stackable. Think about a 3D printed biomaterial Lego that you can stack together and put in your offices, put in your spaces, at your houses, or wherever you want, and basically grow your own food, right now, of course, it's mostly vegetables, but going to high protein crops, etc. So we really want to push technology forward, and the technology is basically there to grow a variety of crops that can actually nourish ourselves, and that's what we're aiming to do. So imagine just cities and offices, etc., filled up with these beautiful and food production systems. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We know that regeneration starts within. So we have to be well inside and connect with that deeper being to be able to properly give, right? So that's where we're coming from in terms of taking these farms into a place that people can access. This is one of our head growers, and she's there enjoying herself and putting the love into what we're doing, and then that translates to the clients, right? So what if we start with the inner regeneration, and that'll allow us to push impact forward in a much deeper manner, and actually being able to share our truest gifts, right? As investors, as clients, as growers, and us as technology providers. So just taking from Charles Eisenstein's circular economics, so it's about the gifts we can give, right? So if money is our gift, let's make it flow in a proper manner. If food are our gifts, if ideas, design are our gifts, let's share our truest gifts to make a regenerative economy, a regenerative society. So we want our farms to be beacons of hope in an urban and a rural manner. So we want this to enlighten both this cultural space in Lisbon, but also cities worldwide, to spark some inspiration of a kid walking by and getting their food, right? Because we know that in this room, there's a strong resonance. There's a conscious resonance for climate action that binds us together and pushes us to act and to do good. So I invite you to join the urban farming evolution and the transcendence towards a regenerative economy, society, and nation worldwide as a whole. Thank you very much.